For what?
Set the meeting.
For what? Yeah, motion to set the next budget meeting for Tuesday, August the 26th at 3:30 PM here in the city council chambers.
So move.
Moved by Counselor Bachschnider, supported by Counselor Beyondich. Is there any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week for the second of a series of budget meetings moving forward. Thanks, everybody, for coming. We'll take a 5-minute break and then start the whole meeting. Thank you. Okay, we all set to go for the Committee of the Whole meeting? Good morning once again, everyone, and welcome to the Committee of the Whole meeting. This is a regularly scheduled meeting. Call this meeting to order. Today's date is Tuesday, August 19th, 2025, and the time is 9:05 a.m. Turn this meeting over to our City Administrator, Britt C. Bennis. Britt?
Thank you. Item number 1, we have no appearances unless you want to say something, Matt.
No, we're good.
Okay, good. We'll move to item number 2. Approve the resolution for the lease from Axon Enterprise Incorporated for the tasers for the police department. And we do have Chief Mattson here if anybody has any questions or would like to hear the discussion.
Councilor Bachschnider?
Thank you. I did email Chief Mattson yesterday, and I thought that your overview was really helpful, so if you could provide that to the whole council, that'd be great.
Certainly. Annie's question was, is this in your budget, and why are we doing another lease? The tasers we have are approximately 5 years old. The function of the taser, there's a battery. Those obviously are rechargeable, have to be replaced at a cost. The cartridges are $50 a piece. We are required to shoot off so many for training. They're a training cartridge, and then we have a short and long range cartridge. Those are also $50. And once the taser is plugged into the unit, all the information of a discharge or an active or training cartridge being fired off is stored in the Axon cloud. Obviously, there's a cost to their cloud service and the software and firmware. We are at the end of the old lease. Off the top of my head, it was around $16,416 per month. So I reached out to Axon for another 5-year lease with the new Taser 10s. Significant increase, of course, as in everything. So from 16,600, it's going to go to $24,699 a year. However, firmware, software, tasers broken, battery replacement, cloud coverage is there, a new virtual set of glasses for training, so we do not have to fire off so many training cartridges, so it saves the cost on cartridges, and they replace all discharge cartridges through this time period. So that's why I am requesting, obviously, if we have to start replacing cartridges, paying for firmware, the cloud service, broken taser. I believe the Taser 7s we have right now are between $3,500 and $4,500 new, so it is a significant cost if you do not have the lease with the, like I said, the product guarantee and the replacements.
Okay. Thank you, Chief.
I will move the resolution.
Councilor Johnson moves to approve the resolution for the lease for the Axon Enterprise Incorporated for the tasers for the police department. Is there support?
I'll support for discussion.
Support by Councilor Paulson for discussion. Further discussion, Councilor Paulson.
Thank you. I just wanted to add that it's approximately, $8,100 increase annual, because that lease will drop off, correct? Yeah, so it's just an additional 81, and maybe if we do some rearranging of the prosecution legal fees that comes out of that budget, we're actually doing better than we think we are. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you for that inquiry, Councilor Bachschnider. Thank you, Chief.
Item number 3 is review and approve the 2026 invoice for the Coalition of Greater Minnesota Cities.
So moved.
A move to approve by Councilor Johnson. Is there support?
Support for discussion.
Support by Councilor Bachschnider for discussion. Further discussion, Councilor Bachschnider.
Thank you. So when I was reviewing the invoice, it looks like payment wasn't due until, was it February of 2026? Does this come out of this year's budget or next year's budget? Next year's budget, and then is that a budgeted item that we just reviewed today? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Moved and supported. Is there any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 4 is approve the request from the Evelyn, Virginia Airport Authority to act as a fiscal sponsor for their one-time State of Minnesota State Airports Fund Grant Agreement. And what this is they got a grant to purchase a vehicle But before the state will give them the money, they have to prove that they paid for the vehicle, and then they get the money back. They don't quite have the cash flow to do that, so they're asking if the city of Virginia would assist by paying the portion that they would need to put down for the truck from the state. And then as soon as they get the reimbursement back from the state, they'll give it back to the city.
So moved.
Move to approve by Counselor Paulson. Is there support? Support. By Counselor Freely. Further discussion? So it's coming out of Virginia's doing that, and Evelyn, or not, or is it a combination of two?
No, Virginia would pay for it up front, and then within 30 to 45 days, we'd have the money back
Okay.
from the state.
So Evelyn's not involved in this at all?
They don't have the cash flow to assist.
Excuse me.
I-
Okay, thank you. It's been moved and supported. Is there any further discussion?
Mayor, if I may,
Yes, please, Brian.
I would suggest, because Britt has put together something of an agreement that would ask that the motion be amended. We would undertake
So amended.
That's, who made the motion first? Counselor Paulson, that's the amended motion. Add to that, did you get that, Pam? In support? You're good? Moved and supported. Is there any further discussion? Thank you, Brian. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 5 is a request to approve the 5K fundraiser for the Marquette Catholic School on Sunday, October 5th, 2025.
Who is
So
that?
moved.
Moved by Counselor Johnson, supported by
Or,
Counselor Paulson. Further discussion? Is this going to acquire any city in-kind services? No. Okay, thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye. 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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 6 is in your packet. You see the 2 bids that we had received for the HVAC system upgrade for the steam conversion for the senior center. The lowest amount was Independent Heating and Cooling at $104,200. And when we have this discussion, we also, for the council meeting, I will have the information, but we need to decide if we're going to pay for it up front and get the rebate from the utility, or if we want to do this through a city utility loan on our taxes.
I will move the resolution forward to the council meeting for a breakdown of payments options.
Moved by Counselor Johnson to move this to the council meeting for a final vote and additional information regarding this. Is there support? By Counselor Paulson. Is there any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
During our 2024 audit, we had to create a separate federal awards audit. Specifically, if you go over $750,000 in federal funds in 1 year, you have to do a separate audit of federal funds. One of the new recommendations since President Trump has taken office is that we have to do this policy and procedure for federal awards administration to show how we deal with these funds when we get them. So that our audit finding for 24 needs this policy in there before they submit it to the feds.
I will move the policy and procedure.
Moved by Counselor Johnson to approve. Is there support?
Support.
By Counselor Boxnader. Further discussion? Counselor Johnson.
Is this something that requires 2 readings as well, or is it just the 1 reading because it's a policy? Thank you, Pam.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
As directed, I have received I had sent out requests to law firms asking for assistance with labor negotiations, starting with LELS with IAFF right behind it, and then asked me next year and maybe also next year. A couple of the firms did not provide me a quote because they're just too busy and not interested in assisting at this moment. Future information they'd love to assist with, but just today they're not able to help. So the 2 I received was from Flaherty and Hood, and then the other one from Pemberton Law. Flaherty and Hood is giving us a reduced rate because we are a Coalition of Greater Minnesota Cities members. Their rates were extremely higher if you're not a coalition member, so that's one great advantage of being a coalition member, is they're looking at $165 an hour for the first 25 hours, and any analyst or legal assistance, $110 an hour. If we're going to go with a firm, I would recommend using Flaherty and Hood. That's my recommendation, and I'm open for questions.
Counselor Paulson?
I just have a question regarding what line item will this come out of? Would it be under other professional services, but what department would it be?
Either mine or the city attorney,
Okay,
one of those two.
okay.
And, you know, just historically, LLS and IFF aren't our long ones. Those ones were
Right.
both done very, very quickly.
And we have, when I had reviewed in account 319, we do have money left in there,
Okay.
but it's hard to say what the amount's going to be after negotiations. So would you feel comfortable recommending that we would be able to cover the expense in the 2025 budget somehow? Okay, then I would move to approve Flaherty and Hood.
Support.
Moved by Counselor Paulson, supported by Counselor Bachschnider to use the services of Flaherty and Hood for contract negotiations. Is there any further discussion? Counselor Johnson?
Thank you, Mayor. I will not be supporting this. We're looking at cutting budgets significantly, and this is an added expense. I also want to really hammer home that our interaction with our employees will not change. They will not treat us any differently moving forward because we are still the people that make the decisions. Flattery and Hood are only going to do what we tell them to do. They're not going to make decisions for us. They're not going to do anything other than what we tell them to. I think that it is really important to keep in mind that we make the final decision in this room, and we will still be contacted by numerous people with opinions and with high emotions, I'm sure. So I think that I think we did a good job the last several years that we've been negotiating, and I feel that the cost just cannot be justified, especially if some of these go longer than we are anticipating. So I will not be supporting hiring an outside firm. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Johnson. It has been moved and supported. Is there any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
No.
Roll call, please, Pam.
Paulson?
Roll call, please.
Aye.
Beyondich?
Aye.
Bachschnider?
Aye.
Friedlieb?
Aye.
Huffy?
Aye.
Johnson?
No.
Motley is absent.
A motion passes 5-1 with one absentee. Thank you.
Item number 9 is it's the time of the year that we would go out for auditing service RFPs. So we're asking to go out for permission to get the RFPs for auditing services for the next couple of years.
So moved.
Move to approve by Counselor Johnson. Is there support? By Counselor Friedlieb. Is there any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 10 was an additional item that was added on your desk. It was a request to approve a leave of absence for an employee at the library.
So moved.
Support.
Moved by Counselor Johnson, supported by Counselor Friedlieb. Is there any further discussion? Will this necessitate another employee being hired temporarily in order to accomplish this or not? No?
No.
Okay, it's been moved and supported. Is there any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you. And item number 11 is discuss the contract for animal control services with Mesabi Humane Society. And this portion of the meeting may be closed as for Minnesota statute 13D03, 13D05 subdivision 3.
Okay, are we requesting this item be closed? Move into closed session. Thank you. Motion to move to closed session. Counselor Johnson?
I'd like to bring something up before we go into closed session, please.
Sure.
The last couple of meetings, there's been some somewhat aggressive communication from audience participants, and that brings me great concern, especially after the last meeting. And I would like to ask the staff to maybe it's a disclaimer at the beginning of meetings that individuals do have the right to speak when appropriate and as designated, and that to ask for respect for those who are not in their city council roles. I know that several times people get cornered in different spots, but what I saw last week was above and beyond what was acceptable for public behavior. And so I would just ask that, I don't know what the right answer is, but what I saw and the way I felt and the way I know others felt was totally unacceptable. And it's not how the city of Virginia operates, nor do we allow people to do that, whether it's in a public meeting or with employees in their offices. So if we could do something at meetings to remind folks about our procedures moving forward, I would appreciate that very much.
Thank you, Councilor Johnson. And I did look at, I watched the meeting, I apologize, I couldn't be there last week, but I watched the meeting and I concur that the behavior was beyond the pale. We have to maintain a professional decorum. We do have posted on the board a respectful way in which to accomplish that, and I will make sure that that's read before the council meeting to ensure that the speakers understand that they can address the council, but usually do it in a respectful manner and maintain a professional decorum as you're doing so. Thank you. Councilor Beyondich.
Thank you, and I was just going to bring that up because I think some of us felt that way at different times in this room. And that's why that was written up, so maybe it just needs to be posted on the screens or wherever, but I think we've all felt that at different times in this room. Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll do that and make sure it's read before the council meeting to address that as well. Okay, thank you. Motion to go into closed session
So moved.
by Councilor Paulson, supported by
Support.
Councilor Bachschnider. Is any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed. Motion carries. We'll ask everybody in the room to please vacate so we can discuss in closed session under Minnesota Statute 13D.03 and 13D.05 Subdivision 3 to discuss the contract for animal control services in the Mesaba Humane Society. Did we vote? All those